Mm. Good evening, this is Barbara. I'll start. How y'all doing? Hey, Doc, how you doing?
All right, how are you, Barbara? Okay.
I'm good. Good to see you.
Good,
Oh
Happy
yeah,
New
y'all
Year.
used to be in the
yeah,
boot camp together.
Yes,
right.
yes. I
Hello,
know I missed the
Angie,
boot camp,
Angela.
Doc.
How
Hey,
are you?
pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. I don't know why my camera isn't um showing, but
We can see you.
We can
oh, you
see
can
You
you.
see
just
me?
can't see
Oh,
us.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I see you guys,
Yeah,
but
we can
I
see
don't
you
see
too.
We can
myself.
see you.
Okay.
We can see you.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm doing well. Actually, I want to say that this was right on time, Trinus, because
Okay.
Thanksgiving and Christmas had just
Mm-hmm.
and the fruit cake and all of that other stuff.
You and
Mm-hmm.
that fruit cake.
I was going berserk. My
I know.
husband, look, my husband was saying, "Oh, I'm gonna tell Trinus. I'm gonna tell Trinus."
Now, Mr. Garrett, just call me. Let me know what was going on.
They got
All
terrible
that
something
keys,
too.
all that.
About it, terrible something.
Yeah,
Goodness
so
gracious.
so I appreciate this. I had to get back in the mindset. I had to get my mind right, though. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It's a
Mm-hmm.
lot. It's about your mindset with a lot of
Yep.
it. It really is. Yeah. Because your mind just takes over. Yeah. So Barbara, how's it going for you?
It's going good, better than I thought, girl. Cause I'm like, wait, if I stop eating at 7, I can't eat till the next morning at what time?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, my stomach gonna start. And guess what? It was not growling. I wasn't hungry. I was just drinking water. I was like, see, you never think what you could do unless you try until you do it.
Right.
Exactly.
Cause your
Exactly.
mindset is so set on you have to eat. It's time
Mm-hmm.
to eat. It's breakfast time. It's lunchtime. You have to eat.
Mm-hmm.
And one day I really was on a fast because I had to do blood work. So I couldn't eat until after I went to the doctor and my appointment was to 12:30. I'm like, I just don't believe this.
Mm-hmm.
Got there 12:30, got the blood drawn, everything, still wasn't hungry. They said, you want something? I said, well, I'll take a bottle of water, and she had some potassium. I said, but I gave up sugar because we're on the fast for church. So I don't need anything else.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I still wasn't hungry. When I came home, I got me some vegetables and chicken and I just stopped eating. And the next
Okay.
day.
So
So
no,
I'm
no
doing good.
headaches or no side effects or
No, thank
anything.
God I
You
didn't have
feel
no
better.
headache. Because
Okay.
sometimes when you start off stuff like this, you do. You have
Exactly.
headaches or you'll have side effects,
Exactly.
but I didn't. I
Yes.
didn't have any. I thank God. Because we
Yep.
fasting and praying. So I'm like, okay, I read my Bible, I have it
Mhm.
open every day at work. And I'm like, that's really helping.
Yeah, Dr.
That's
G's do
really
the
is.
same thing. Barbara's doing
Yeah.
what you're doing, Dr. G. She's doing it with me and with the church.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yes. Yes.
she's
So
doing the
yeah.
same thing. Yeah, because
Uh-huh.
I had some little tips in case anybody was suffering with anything. How's it going with you, Miss Angela? Since you didn't have the ball on Saturday or the gala,
I'm
beautiful
so
town.
glad you waited. I'm so glad you waited till after the ball.
I was gonna be there. I knew I had to wait.
Yes,
I
yes,
knew we was
yes,
gonna be
yes,
eating late at night. I knew that was
yes,
like I already
yes,
know how this
yes.
go. We gonna be eating like 10 o'clock at night, 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
So
that was late.
so I did better than I thought I was gonna do because
Uh-huh.
I had not been doing anything.
Anything.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
No exercising, just eating whatever I wanted to eat.
Mm-hmm.
So the problem that I went back to is what I always had, drinking the water. So what I realize now is just the plain water I don't do well with. So I went back to the sparkling water. So that's
Mm-hmm.
helped me
Okay.
out a lot.
Okay.
I just don't do the plain water. I
Okay.
don't know why, but I can't do plain water.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. You getting some
Mm-hmm.
water in. You getting some water
Yeah.
in. Yeah, just stick with that. Just stick with that. So I have somebody that put it in the chat because she's still at work, so I can answer this in case somebody else might have the same question before I make my rounds to the other ladies. She's having headaches, but what you can do if you're having headaches is that you can add just a little pinch of salt to your water,
Okay.
and that should help you with those headaches. But it
Okay.
shouldn't be anything long term where you're lethargic or
Mm-hmm.
anything else. So you're just using it to get you through the fast. So you want to make
Okay.
sure that that you're listening to your body, because sometimes you might have to come out of a fast earlier or quicker than you want to, and it might be because you might be on some type of medication or something else might be going on. So just listen to your body. So if that trick right there is not going to work, you can also try your coffee with just a little splash of milk or cream, because sometimes that'll help to hold you off and your body won't feel totally in deprivation mode. So you can also do that. So it's 3 tricks you can try. You can try tea with like two little sprinkles of honey. You can try coffee with just a little splash of cream or milk, or you can try your water with a little bit of salt. So those are the 3 things that you can try, T. And I'll put them back in the chat for you, but you're probably going to go back and listen to the video. That's my cousin. She's out in Los Angeles. And then she said it might be the smoke. It might be cuz, but yeah, definitely try that, because I know y'all smoke travels way further. I know y'all a good distance away, but still in that area that smoke travels. But we praying for y'all.
Amen.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
Okay. All right, Miss Charlene, you wanna tell us how it's going for you?
So far it's going well. The timing, the fasting part is going well. I have a timer that kind of keeps track of how long I've been fasting, and then when my eating window actually starts. So that part's been going okay. Now I'm still working on what I'm eating, when I'm eating, but I'm getting there. Yeah. So like today, I try to start around either 6 or 7, but actually my last meal was at 5, and it's like, well, there's no point. I wasn't hungry, so I started it at 5. So it kind of varies a little bit, but overall it's going well.
Okay. Yeah, you're just gonna have to just play with it. Find things that you can eat. Might be a lot of repeats. A lot of stuff that you just know that you can have. Just go with the protein. Just go with a vegetable. Just go with a healthy carb. It might just be that cycle of that until you actually, by the time you get it down to almost like a science, the 3 weeks will be up.
It'll be over. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be over so quick. But definitely hang in there. At least the fasting part is going good. And you just want to just take it a little bit at a time. Because remember, guys, that y'all are increasing that hour for the next 3 weeks. So this week was your 13 hours. And then next week is your 14 hours. And then the last week is your 15 hours. So that's what you have to be aware of. But if you can't make it, once you've done it for one day, then if you have to adjust, you have to adjust. But remember, we're going for fat loss is what we're doing with that 13 to 15 hour fast. So Marilyn, how's it going for you?
It's actually going well. I don't have a problem with the fasting. My problem is I don't know if I'm eating enough. Because I'm around the kids all day and I don't snack with them or anything like that. But then when I do, like today I had boiled eggs and in the morning for breakfast, and then later on for lunch I had a salad, and then it was a small salad, but I was full after that, so I was kind of like done.
Okay.
For the day. So my problem is and during lunchtime it's hard for me to eat a large meal because of the kids, because all the kids don't sleep at the same time. So that's my issue, is that I don't think I'm eating enough.
You probably aren't. What about dinner? Can you make dinner your large meal and still just go with the 2 smaller meals during the day?
I try to, but I'm not hungry. That's my thing. And I can make myself eat, but then I still won't eat a whole lot. Like, I didn't have dinner. No, for dinner last night I had baked chicken and broccoli. But that was at like 5 because my kids are in the Voices Unity choir, so I get them ready for that, and then by that time I'm done. So I don't know. think I just got to figure that out because
Yeah,
like
you're gonna
tonight
have to
I'm
work
not
on that.
hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've not had dinner or anything like that, and so that's what I need to work on.
Yeah, definitely, because you're gonna hit that wall. You're eventually gonna
Yeah,
hit that wall where you're gonna get so hungry, either so weak till you're going to overeat because it's like the
Right.
stomach is gonna kick in. It's like it's going into starvation mode. So either you're gonna do one or the other. So you're definitely gonna have to
mm,
make a choice and decide how you're going to balance that out and find out, where you can get in at least one decent meal, even if you don't do three a day, you need at least one decent meal.
yeah.
So, okay, Tanja, how are you doing? What's going on with you? Tell us how's it going? Are you making
I
out?
am doing great. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Getting my water, all of my water in, going to the bathroom, all during the
Mm-hmm.
night.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to ask, okay, this first week we're fasting, what is 12 hours?
It's 13 hours.
13.
Mm-hmm.
13 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Uh so okay, 13 hours. Then some days I fast like 15 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So is that going to mess up the rhythm by me
No, it's
fasting a
not.
couple of
It's
more hours?
Yeah, no, it's
No.
not. I started you guys off with 13 hours because some people have not fasted that long. And then some ladies in the group have done fasting before. So they're not telling me on this call, but I know some of them have gone longer than 13 hours already. They're just
Yeah,
not
Mm-hmm.
admitting
yeah.
it. I know them, okay? I know some of them have gone long. So no, if
Yes,
your
I
body
have.
if
Yes.
your body can handle it, you're not
Yes.
getting headaches, you're not sick or anything like that,
No.
you can definitely go for it. Yeah, so
Yeah.
just feel your body out, but that would be the minimum would be your 13.
Yes, yes. I noticed I've been going longer than 13.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, you about to really get into it. You're about to really get
Mm-hmm.
into it. Yeah, because the longer that you can go, the better that it is for your cellular repair in your body. The longer that you can
Mm-hmm.
go. But I just didn't want to just jump out. Like Dr. G was telling me that they had some people just jumping out doing just 17 hours off the bat. It's like, nah. If you've never done fasting, that is not a recommendation. That is not something that you want to do. Now, if you just happen to start fasting and you're 13, 14 hours in, and then one day it winds up being 17, well, that's okay. It can wind up being 17, but it's not something that I advise people just to do their first day. Just jump out there and do 17 hours. All right.
Mhm.
So how is it working for you, Miss Tara? What's going on? You probably doing the same thing Marilyn not doing. You're not eating enough because you just told me that.
Yeah, and then our church is fasting
Mm-hmm.
15 days as well, and our fast is that we cannot eat until after 4,
Mm-hmm.
and after 4 is only vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we only on water, fruits, and vegetables for 15 days. So
Okay.
so yeah, so this fast that you're doing, it just
They didn't tell y'all to get medical clearance on that?
well, for those of us, yes, for those
Okay.
of us who
Like I
are
told
under
you.
doctor care, you have
Yes.
to,
Yeah.
and
'Cause I know the church tell us that.
yeah, they have to let you know, you have to follow your
Mm-hmm.
what your
Yes.
doctor said. And then for me, basically because of some medications I'm taking because of my health condition, a lot of the stuff that I take, I have to have something to. So for
Mm-hmm.
those of us who have to go through there's a thing called the Daniel fast.
Mm-hmm.
So though
Yes.
I may not be able to do the fruits and vegetables until after 4 o'clock, the Daniel fast give you an opportunity to not sit down and feast on a meal, but to eat something to go with your medicines to hold you over,
Mm-hmm.
for the rest of
Okay.
the day. But other than that, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm used to fasting. Other than that, it's coming along. I just don't. I'm like someone said earlier. I really don't have an appetite. And I try to make
Mm-hmm.
myself eat, even though I take my medicines, I still don't have the appetite to want to eat.
Yeah, we don't want to get into the part of using the fast and then we're not eating at all because what happens is that like anything else. You know how we used to go on those crash diets and not eat for like a few days or whatever. And then we finally get our appetite back for one reason or another, either because of illness or whatever you were doing. Because I don't want you to, when you come off of this fast, if you haven't really been eating, when you come off the fast and you start to eat, then you're going to start to gain weight. Because what happens is that your body was setting you up, you're probably feeling better. Your waistline is a little thinned out because it's not as round and soft, because it doesn't have all of that sugar gorging through your system. So you'll notice that you'll notice that your stomach is not as puffy. You know, you don't have all that inflammation that you're carrying. And a lot of people have noticed it in their face. Their eyes are not as puffy when they wake up, because they've regulated the time that they're putting food in their body. And when their body has shut it off, your body is now going into the healing and repairing part. But when we keep constantly eating, snacking, it's 9 o'clock at night, you walk in the kitchen, you grab a cookie out the cookie jar, drink some water, and then you go to bed, you wake up, you know, your fingers are swollen, your eyes swollen, your ankles are swollen. We have to learn how to get into the mode of helping our body to help itself. So when you're fasting, you're really going into repair mode. You're giving your body enough time. And that's why we're so sick in America, because we have too much easy access to food. And food is really hurting us because it's too accessible. It's too accessible. We eat whenever because we have the pleasure of doing that, but that's not what's best for us. That's not what, so this is kind of like what the fast is teaching you. Because I'm doing the 17 hours, you know, because of my my gut issues, and you know, it really has worked for me. And you know, I've taken it to that level where I'm actually feeling the difference. So mine is not about weight loss. Mine is about cellular repair and replenishing my gut with healthy cells. Because if there are sick cells in your body, when it does turn over, it's turning over the sick cells. So you have to fast to actually cleanse your system to get that out. People always say, what can I do to detox? You can fast. You can fast. I've even had 2 24-hour fasts. One was in November and one was in December. And I didn't think I could make it to 24 hours, but you know, I can, before we end this up, I can give you the stuff that you can have for 24 hours. I felt different. I couldn't actually put my hands on what it was, but it was different to do a 24-hour fast, because it's not like you're not eating anything. You know, there are certain things that you can do, but your body is just basically just thriving, and the cells and everything are just like alive, because they're just not bogged down with the inflammation and with the salt and with the sugar and all the other additives that we're just putting in our gut every day. Just imagine that stuff just going through your system. That's why we keep the high blood pressure, we keep the high cholesterol, we keep the diabetes and all of that, because our food. So I'm glad that everyone is doing well. This is the time now to do your changes. You know where your shortfalls are. You're going to have to work it where you can find what you can eat. You're going to have to find when you can eat more, even if it's just one meal. Try to get you at least one good meal in there a day. And of course, your stomach is shrinking, so that's why a lot of you aren't hungry. But you still have to get some nutrition, because at this point, you're not really just eating. You're eating for nutrition. So you're eating for energy, because you need the nutrition to actually move throughout the day. And it doesn't have to be the exercise part, but just to move, just to be lethargic, just to be able to think and get stuff done during the day. You just don't want to be hungry. So that's what I want you guys to work on. So now that you know how it goes, now that your body knows how it feels, now you can do some small adjustments on what's going to take you through the rest of this week before you get to next week. So when you start on Sunday, then you're going 14 hours starting on Sunday. So find your time that's going to work best for you. You know, you might say, I get off at 4. That's going to be my last meal. And, you know, that 1 hour might seem like a lot. It's like, Jesus, now I gotta adjust the clock. But that is a good thing that you were saying, Charlene, that you have a timer to go off. Maybe I need to set that because I'm always like doing it in my head. I already got too much in my head already. Maybe I need the timer to help me to go off because 17 hours is a stint, but I'm used of it now, and so it's working. It's working. So anything else, ladies, before I let you go? I don't want to keep you guys, but definitely, and you don't have to wait until next Thursday. If there's anything that you want to reach out and text me or ask me, definitely do that. But I'll be checking on you guys that are not eating enough and see how you're making out. And even if you don't, why don't you, if you say you're not hungry, why don't you get some of those meal replacement shakes if you can have those? Why don't you get some of those? And my sister, I have bought her meal replacement shakes before. Probably have to get her some again and take that because I want you to keep your energy up. I want you to keep, your body fed with its nutrients, if nothing else. Okay? So maybe you can do that too, Marilyn. Maybe you can find some shakes or something that you can take and just do that. Because that's okay if you're not hungry, but you want to keep your body healthy. Because remember now, it's turning over good cells. So what do you want it to turn over? You want to have healthy nutrition in there, right? So that's the cells that you want it to thrive on, and that's what you want it to use. All right? All right, ladies, if nobody else has anything else for me, y'all have a wonderful evening. I'll see y'all next Thursday when y'all are 14 hours in. Okay? Don't get scared.
All right.
Don't get scared. Y'all can
Good
do
night.
it.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Thank
Have a
you.
good night.
All right.
Thank you. Y'all have
Bye-bye.
a great weekend. Text me if
You
you
too.
need me.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.